Hello there, good afternoon. Welcome to Business Daily on 3FM 92.7. Coming up, Ghana's Treasury bill auction oversubscribed for second time in June, raising 8.29 billion cedis. And consumers set for relief as National Petroleum Authority (NPA) slashes price floor. And Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies (COPEC) projects fuel prices to drop by up to 9% ahead of June's second window. Plus, S&P Global Ratings assign Afreximbank BBB+/A-2 investment grade rating. I am Michael Obodo. Details of these and many other stories lined up for you. Do stay tuned. Thank you so much for your time. Straight into our top story. And government of Ghana successfully secured 8.293 billion cedis in its latest treasury bill auction on Friday, June 12, 2026, marking the second consecutive oversubscription this month as investor confidence remains robust. According to official results from the Bank of Ghana for tender 2011 held on Friday, June 12, 2026, the auction was oversubscribed by 13.6%. This report has more.
Looking to raise a target of 7.425 billion cedis from the domestic market, government was met with aggressive investor appetite, pulling in total bids worth 8.435 billion cedis. Ultimately, the state accepted 8.293 billion cedis across the short to medium term instruments. A breakdown of the auction results shows strong concentration in the short end of the curve. The 91-day bill drew the highest interest with offers totaling 6.036 billion cedis, with government accepting the entirety of these bids at a yield of 5.04%. The 182-day bill attracted 1.101 billion cedis in investor bids, with government opting to take 1.041 billion cedis at an interest rate of 7.08%. The longest tenor, the 364-day bill, saw bids amounting to 1.298 billion cedis, out of which 1.216 billion cedis was accepted at a yield of 10.97%. Overall subscription rate was 113.60%. Overall oversubscription rate was 13.60%, while overall acceptance rate 98.32%. This successful auction underscores a highly liquid domestic market and solid investor demand for government paper as June progresses.
And that was the 3 Business News Desk report. Away from that, consumers are set to enjoy some relief at the local pumps as the National Petroleum Authority (NPA) has reduced their retail price floors for petrol, diesel, and liquefied petroleum gas (LPG). This is for the second pricing window of June, a move driven by favorable international market developments and shifting market dynamics. The NPA had reduced the price floor for petrol by 12%, diesel by 2.5%, and LPG by 1.9%. This report has the details.
Under the updated directive petrol experience, the sharpest decline, falling by nearly 12% to 13 cedis, 39 pesos per litre from its previous price of 15 cedis, 20 pesos. The benchmark floor for diesel dropped by 2.5% to 15 cedis, 11 pesos per litre, while LPG decreased by 1.9% to set the new minimum of 13 cedis, 23 pesos per kilogram. These benchmark floors establish the minimum prices at which oil marketing companies, OMCs, and LPG marketing companies, LPGMCs, are legally permitted to retail these products. The regulator clarified that these figures exclude premiums charged by international oil trading companies or ITCs, as well as the operational margins for distributors, marketers, and dealers. Coincident with these changes, government has adjusted its temporary relief interventions. The 36 pesos per litre support on petrol has been completely withdrawn, and the previous 2 cedis per litre support, and diesel has been reduced to 1 cedis, 7 pesos per litre. Initially implemented at the start of the second window of May, these revised state support measures are slated to maintain active for 2 pricing windows, subject to ongoing market reviews. Ultimately, the lower price flows are anticipated to ease operational costs for manufacturers, transport operators, and fuel-reliant business across the country.
And that was a 3 Business News Desk report. Meanwhile, the Chief Executive Officer of the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies, COMAC, Dr. Everson Opong, says the actual relief to local pumps will be between 0.3% and 9% for petrol, diesel, and LPG during the second pricing window, which kicks off on Tuesday, June 16.
We are expecting 7 to 9% decrease in petrol, an average of 0.9% in diesel, and then also 0.3% in LPG. That's where we stand today. We are indeed a net importer as far as petroleum products are concerned. We are excited also for what the Ministry of Energy and the likes of Century and Tor are doing, refining our crude oil. One of the days when we heard that Tor could not refine the crude oil that's being produced in the country, here we are. Now Tor has 1 million barrels of crude oil to refine. That really addressed something that we term as supply security. In the midst of external shocks, geopolitics, where you and I have no control over, we are assured indeed of supply security. That might not necessarily subscribe to the affordability aspect or the pricing aspect, since all the pricing are frequently referenced to the international benchmark prices.
That was Dr. Everson Opong. He is the Chief Executive Officer of the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies, COMAC. Before we leave, S&P Global Ratings has assigned African Export-Import Bank, Afrexim Bank, a BBB plus long-term issuer credit rating and an A-2 short-term issuer credit rating with a stable outlook, reinforcing the bank's strong financial standing and its critical role in driving trade, industrialization, and economic development across Africa and the wider global African community. According to S&P, the ratings reflect Afrexim Bank's growing strategic importance, robust enterprise risk profile, and expanding role as a counter-cyclical institution supporting African economies through periods of global and regional uncertainty. And on that note, that's how we end today's edition of Business Daily here on 3FM 92.7. For more stories, please check out our website. It's 3news.com/business. I am Michael Obudu. Thank you for tuning in. As always, please stay safe. Up next is Urban Blend, and Black Rasta is on standby. Do stay tuned.